right side, and you immediately think, okay, let me get over. Well, you gonna have to look before you get over, idiot. Damn. What the hell is wrong with these damn people? They didn't share. They don't share shit. But you have to share the road. Damn idiots. Hey Tammy. Hey AP. Good morning. I know I sound a little grumpy, but that's probably because I'm a little grumpy. I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you so much, AP. AP, you know what? It's a blessing already. You know why? Because God woke me up. And I'm telling you, I slept like a baby. I feel great. Oh, God is good. God is good. It's a blessing. I know I sound, look, I'm cranky and crabby when I drive. You know, I don't be flipping nobody off because I don't want nobody to shoot we don't want to have no shootout with no damn body because somebody pull out and start shooting. I'm going to pull out and start shooting too, you know. I'm not, YouTube, don't shut me down, YouTube. I'm going to protect myself, YouTube. Because y'all know I don't condone violence. I don't play the violence. But I ain't finna just sit back and, anyway, I'm gonna move on. But no, all jokes aside, I'm doing really well. And I wanted to talk about, like I said, oh my gosh, people, because I wanted to talk about my work week and how it's been going thus far. And especially what I, been kind of, getting into is really, like, to be honest, like yesterday and the day before that, like Tuesday and Wednesday has been like, it has been chaotic, but starting off even Monday, I was on call. I've been on call the weekend. Part of the weekend was Sunday, Saturday, late Saturday night, all day Sunday, and then going into, I know y'all can see me, sorry, but we driving and I ain't got my whole thing. But anyway, but then working Monday, Tuesday, and all that, so Wednesday, park. I got just some nice tennis courts. Wow, and they right off the highway. I ain't never saw those. Where are you off to now? Oh, Tammy. It's a surprise. Lord willing, when I get to the destination, I'll let everybody know. All the time he is good. Hey man, I hope you get some. You got some great news. Okay, awesome. We all know I'm driving. I barely can read the comments, right? But let me tell you about what I've kind of been like going through, like really like with work and stuff, whatever. And I'm not, these are observations. This is not me complaining. I'll be having to be very precise. And why is he speeding like that? Why is he doing 100? This fucking idiot is just dumb as fuck. You're stupid as hell, sir. In a pickup truck and all that, like just dumb, just driving recklessly. Woo, end your life, but baby, don't end nobody else's. End your life, don't end nobody else's. Go ahead and die, because you driving like you want to just kill yourself. Go ahead and do that, but don't kill nobody else in the process. Just a damn fool. You can't make this up. What's the rush? You're looking for gold? Shit. You in that hurry to make it to the promised land? Or hell, wherever you're going. Anyway. Hey, Jax. I know y'all like, what is wrong with Terrence? I'm good. It's just when I be driving, it's like I kind of transform a little bit. But let me get into the week. Okay, so starting off, coming to work Monday. And so here's the deal. Like, I go to work, and y'all know I'll be talking and stuff, and I won't really read the comments and stuff because I'm driving. But I'll be going to work. But y'all can chime in and y'all can talk with each other and stuff. As people come in and out, y'all please double tap the screen. But so I go to work, and you know, I'm always in great spirits and stuff. And I'm out, you know what I promised myself, and my mom told me this a long time ago. She said, I want you to go into work, I want you to go into work smiling, I want you to leave smiling. Even though all the things that you're going through and stuff, you know, throughout your day, but I want you to go to work smiling, I want you to leave smiling. And I'm telling you, that's why I said, every time I come home from work, my tradition is going to be like to dance with my mom. Y'all know my mom has passed, you know, she passed on. But my tradition is going to be like to dance with her. So I have her picture and I got my picture, you know, on the refrigerator, all big, blown up. And so I dance, you know, and it makes me feel great. And also it's something to look forward to, positivity, right? Especially when I've gone through so much emotion at work. And I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so Monday getting there, y'all, there is this entity. I don't even want to say person, but there's this entity that is just so, I'm telling you guys, my energy is dynamic. I've been told this, and I'm not like trying to pat myself on the back, but I got really good energy, and I like I'm telling you, I bright up the room. Like I make it brighter when I come into a room. I light the room up. I'm telling you guys, everybody has said this, but if you were to meet me in person, I'm telling you, I'm loud naturally, but I'm fun. I'm vibrant. I've always been vibrant. You know, I'm losing weight, but I've always been vibrant. I've always had a big light, a big shine, and so many people have told me that. So I go into work, it doesn't change. So with this being said, like I said, this entity, because it's a few things that it's aggravating, but then I don't let anybody see me sweat. And also it's aggravating, but it ain't nothing that I haven't dealt with before. It's just like I said, it becomes old when you keep having to see this and deal with these things, right? It gets old because y'all know I've been in the medical field for over 19 years on the payroll. If you want to talk about off the payroll, because Lord is my witness, I've been going into hospitals, I've been going into hospitals, surgery centers, dentist office, clinics, nursing homes. Since I was like, oh my gosh, since I was 13 years of age, 13 going on 14, like right hand of God. I volunteer so much. I've done so many extra, you know, curricular activities and stuff. I've been a part of so many groups and things and stuff, whatever, like, you know, with school, because I just knew I wanted to do something. And even my mom and dad said, your ass you went through the OR doors when you were just a little kid, you know, and I guess it was just destined. Y'all, I feel at home. I don't even feel right thinking about doing anything else, even though I get frustrated, and even though I have one of the top 10 most stressful jobs in America. Okay, I'm not gonna say the world, but I'm gonna say America, because it is surgery, you guys. It's nerve-wracking, and it ain't even the damn surgeries. It's not even assisting or passing or cleaning instrumentation or anything like that, or assembling instrumentation. It's the people. The people make it crazy. I'm gonna purposely slow down, because bitch, you finna stop speeding like that. Yeah, you gonna have to come cross, you stupid hoe. Anyway, y'all know I'm a little crazy and stuff. But so with all that being said, I'm going into work and stuff, like I said. So I'm smiling, and then so this individual, this entity, right? What are you smiling for? Like, this is how they start. This is how they come at me. So, you know, used a long time ago in this field, when people would do that, because I've got this a whole lot, I would just respond to them, right? I would acknowledge these idiots, these entities, these negativities, these negative Nancy's, these doubting Debbies and all this crap. I would acknowledge it. So I just ignore it. I ignore it. I ignore this entity. I ignore this entity because it's a negative energy and it wants to bring you down. Okay, you get what I'm saying? It wants to bring you down. It wants to make you miserable, and I'm telling you, that's what it wants to do. It doesn't want to see you smile. It doesn't want to see you in a positive light because they're not in a positive light. So anyway, lo and behold, you know, I go and I give breaks, I do everything. How about I end up I'm being put into a room. Like I say, I leave at 11:30, 12 some nights. I come in like at 10, 10:30 most days. How about they got me assigned with the person? This person ain't doing nothing. This person does not apply themselves. I've been talking to my dad. I've been talking to, I'm sorry y'all, my phone will be moving. I've been talking to my dad. I've been talking to Hey Cherry Hey. I've been talking to Keisha. You know, I've been talking to a couple of friends. I really have. Been talking to them, and is she doing it? Be offense with these idiots. Okay, I've been, you know, talking to someone. I've been saying how, you know, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna be positive. I'm going to not let the enemy win. And that's what I keep preaching, right? I keep saying that. I don't want to let the enemy win, and the enemy's not gonna win. I'm telling you guys, I really feel like people, right? People think that, and I'm being honest, and this is my honest opinion. I feel like some people think that they really got a hold of you, or you know, or they just know. Well, I'm gonna distract the hell out of him. I'm going to irritate the hell out of him. All you doing is irritating yourself. All you doing is taking away. You're removing the blessings from your life. You better count your blessings. You know what I'm saying? Stop. I'm a child of God. Stop doing that. God does not like that. Stop being nasty. Stop being ugly. So this same person, like I said, they put me with this person. This person don't do nothing. Long story short, from that day, from Monday, it's like I pretty much do all the cases. This person barely even, okay, when it comes time to clean up, because we finished the case. We didn't have a case to follow. I don't care that there's no case to follow. This person goes and sits on its behind. This person goes and sits on its behind. And let me see that. Now, I'm not going to sit, like, my deal is I don't delegate. I don't tell nobody what to do. If it ain't something where it's like directly going to cause, if it doesn't directly cause the patient harm, I'm not even going to talk about things. I'm just going to let people do what they do because honestly, because my delivery going to be off. I'm going to go off. So I say, you know what, I'm going to let go and let God. I'm going to let God deal with that. Because I don't want you in the room anyway, and you really ain't no help to me. So now, okay, fast forward that. Y'all know, like, I do a whole lot with surgery. And things that I'm talking about right now, this is nothing dealing with patient confidentiality. This is not a violation with HIPAA. This is, I will never ever put a patient's life or a patient's family member or a co-worker, for that matter, a doctor, whoever, life in jeopardy. Y'all, I save lives for a living. I don't, yes, I could be on this damn highway, I could be cursing the Tom, Dick, Larry, Harry, all these people out, but y'all, I wouldn't hurt a fly, you know, unless I have to protect myself. I don't harm people. I don't cause ruckus and pain and stuff in people's lives. To be honest, I like to just, I don't even socialize with that many people. I can count on one hand how many times who I socialize with. I pretty much named them there. I named them before, but my point is, y'all know the work sometimes is strenuous and sometimes it's very emotional. So, like, especially me having, like, I don't know what it was yesterday. I woke up and I just had this on my heart to talk about suicide. I had it on my heart because y'all know, like, you know, my two close friends that have passed on and committed suicide, you know, recently had birthdays. I don't talk about that a whole lot, and I don't want that to be the gist of my channel, but I do want this to be like, I want to speak on this. This is my platform. I want to speak on it. I've actually hit up Google support a few times, and I'm like, hey, can I speak on these things? And they said, absolutely. Suicide awareness, you guys, is relevant. It's important. It's important to speak on the things that we need to, bring things to the forefront that maybe it's not that much awareness shed on that situation. Bring awareness to it. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are going through a lot of different things, and you just never know. You never know. Like, these videos circulate, okay? Like, I got a video that's 3 years old, and it's getting traffic and all that. It's circulating through YouTube. You never know what's going to pick up, what doesn't pick up, timing and everything. And I look at it like God is over everything. God is over my channel. He's over my life. He has control over this vehicle. He has control of everything in my life. At the end of the day, I feel like it's not our world, it's his. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So now, with all that being said, is that Pretty Girl Rain? Hello. Hey, Time. Hey, Dwayno. Hey, Pretty Girl Rain. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, I'm not gonna be reading comments thoroughly, you know, because I'm driving, and y'all know I'm pretty much 2 10, you know, 2 hands, 10 fingers on the wheel, on the steering wheel. But I do want to, like, you know, keep talking and stuff, and because this is heavy on my heart. So really about the suicide thing. So I got up and I was just saying how, hey, you got, like, if anybody, stop bullying people. Stop doing wrong things. Stop causing pain to people's lives, because you might not even be considered a bully. You might not even be a bully, but you might just be like a negative entity. Like this woman who is on my back, and I said her sex. This woman who's on my back, she's a negative entity, y'all. Like, she's very negative. And it's like, you're not gonna faze me. Let me tell you, I come to work, like my mom said, smiling, I leave smiling. Ma'am. And I say this without being disrespectful. I'm sure I'm dead to you, and you are dead to me. You don't mean shit to me. You don't mean it. Look, if it ain't concerning the patient, you don't mean shit to me. Even with that being said, we just have to work as a team for this patient. But I don't have to answer to you. I answer to God. Now, with all that, okay, so now back with like suicide awareness and stuff, it was heavy on my heart, because like I said, I just, my 2 like friends who did commit suicide, you know, birthdays have passed, and it's just been kind of heavy on my heart. But like I said, I want to use my platform to talk about this. I spoke about this many, many times, and I want to continue to speak about it and stuff. And I don't care if people say, oh, wow, you sound like a broken record. These things need to be brought up. They need to be brought up more. And you never know who is in the situation. You just don't know. So, now, with all that being said, I get to work, and my manager was like, Terrence, we have this life link on. If you guys don't know, and I'm going to elaborate about life link, okay, because I do want to talk about this too. I said I'll do a separate video, because it has been some people reaching out to me, I mean, like in the past, and I just really didn't answer too much about it, because it's kind of, you know, I mean, you know, it may be some trigger warnings and stuff, whatever, like I might need to put out and stuff, and even right now, this may be triggering for some people, but a lifelink procedure is when a patient, because I'm going to say a patient, I'm going to say an individual patient, because it's not just the body, that patient is alive, okay? That patient is alive. That patient is obviously being kept alive on the ventilator, but nonetheless they're alive. And so lifelink is a thing where it's pretty much like organ procurement, you know, team, like donation. So you have like a team coming in. I pretty much assist them but a team comes in and they retrieve the organs from this patient that is considered like a lifelink patient. Now, what lifelink is, the thing that is confusing for me because the patient is alive. Hold on. The patient is alive, and but they're clinically brain dead. Okay, they're brain dead, and but they're on the ventilator and like some people, life support, and obviously to keep their organs functioning and in good standing, if you will. Oh gosh, these people driving so dangerous. I don't understand it. So what they will do is, so this is what I do when I'm in the OR. We have this procedure, right? And I've done many of them. I've done so many of them in my career. I've done something like I pretty much call them organ procurements. But now, they are being considered, they're called lifelines. I've done lots of them. And I've done them on 5-6-year-olds, which is devastating to me, but I've also done them on 80-90-year-olds, which is devastating to me. It's devastating because I got involved in this field to save lives, but unfortunately, a part of this field is death. So I will be seeing death. Now, this isn't me trying to make a sad live stream, but I will witness it. I've witnessed it many, many times, and that's just what it is. It's a part of life. When my mom's alive, she told me I have to make peace with that, and I have to go into this knowing that God is in total control, and He is. God is in total control of everything, and that's how I'm able to get through these days and these cases. But I got a point in here. I got a message in here, but I want to elaborate again with this lifelink. So the patient. So what I'm doing is I set up the case. Several back tables, setting up the case. We got a slush machine. We have the slush machine because the slush machine makes this ice, right? We have to have ice because you have to put ice in the body, because once they declare the patient, once we can go ahead and retrieve those organs, you have to at one point put ice in the body. You have to at one point put the kidney on ice, and you have to keep these organs fresh, right? Now when you talk about the heart, you do have machines that actually run blood through the heart, and the heart is pumping. The heart is actually pumping, and you see it, and it's outside the body, and it's in this machine, and it's pumping as if it was inside the body. It's a beautiful thing. And I saw that just last night. So we're slowing down. I guess there's some traffic going on. Oh gosh. I pray to God that car didn't have an accident. Because the way they were speeding, I'm telling you guys, it was horrible. Okay, I'll just keep talking. We're slowing down. I'm pretty sure it's an accident. So, anyway, like I said, they declare that so the patient comes in, the patient is alive, they're coming from ICU, they're ventilated. I've already set up the room, I set up the case. We go out, we drape the patient, we put like curtains around, so it's kind of more of an intimate like setting and stuff, private setting, if you will. We put it around the OR table, and because the patient's family members are going to come in. I think you can have up to 6 people, but here, like last I could say, it was 4 people. So they're going to come in and they're going to sit with their loved one. Now again, they are going to extubate the patient. All right, this patient is still alive. The heart is still pumping. It's still beating. Now, again, remind you, like I said, brain dead is the patient. The patient is considered brain dead. So they extubate the patient. It's like when my mom was extubated. When she was extubated, my mom passed on. My mom passed away after she was extubated within like 2 minutes. And then that's when they declared her, obviously, they check vitals and all this, and the doctor declares, the death, and then says a time of death. And that's exactly what went on like last night with this procedure. So vitals started going down, blood pressure goes from 80 over 60, then 40 over 20, and then there's no respiration, there's no breathing, right? And the patient expires, and they pronounce the time of death. Once they pronounce the time of death, we are running back into the OR because we're on a time limit to retrieve those organs, okay, from that patient, and then to get the organs out, secure everything and stuff, and then the doctors and their team takes them, and then they drive wherever they have to go to.
There's a 9-minute slowdown caused by.
I think
You're
it's
still on the fastest route.
Sorry, I think it's a 9-minute slowdown caused by a collision. I just pray it wasn't that damn car. But anyway, we have to run back in, and retrieve those organs. And so, like I said, and when you do that, everything is time consuming. It's hectic. It's fast paced. No time. Every minute is precious. So the reason why I say this is you have that entity, because we going back to the entity. You have this entity that just can't be bothered. You don't want to scrub in. You're lackadaisical. Your head's not in the game, and that's why I want to talk to management. Like, I know. So I'm the surgical tech, I'm the assistant in this room. And literally last night I had to assist 2 doctors. But you have a total of 4 doctors scrubbing in. So you have to have pretty much 2 more surgical techs or maybe 2 more assistants to even assist with them. But I'm almost like, can we just not have this other person who doesn't care to be here, who's not respecting this craft, who's not honoring who's not honoring what they've been blessed to be able to be a part of. I despise that. It is so aggravating. It's heavy on my heart because it's like, how do you not care? So, and also this is something that bothered me, and I almost lost it. So I had to kind of bring it back. That's why I say my mom is my guardian angel. I'm telling y'all, my mom is my angel. Cause look, that person should have got their ass cussed out, maybe punched it in the esophagus. But you know what? I can't be violent because I'll be incarcerated. All right, we don't want that. I've never been in jail, so I can't be violent. And on top of all that, I can't be going off. Like I said, time is everything in these cases. Time is everything in any case, but especially a lifelink procedure. So I can't be going off. I can't be losing my mind because I'm dealing with ignorance. But this is something special they do. Before the patient comes in, and before we leave out, we do timeout. They give a summary of the patient's life. All right. They speak about what the patient has done in their lives, and then also say if the parents or the guardians or whatever want to write something, they're going to read it to the OR team. And it always makes me emotional, but I thank God that I can really hold in my tears, because you can't be breaking down intraoperatively while you're doing these cases. You can't, but I'm telling you, I always get emotional. I did cry. I cried when I left work. I cried on my way home. Because it's so sad, when you talk. I mean, this particular individual was a kid who committed suicide, and I don't know why. Okay, that's why I say I don't know why. I don't. You know, my two best friends who committed suicide were happier and jollier and richer than I was. They had way more money. They were smiling way more than I was smiling. Even one of them, like Lauren, she just had a newborn. Her baby wasn't even 3 months old. Okay? Now, I don't know. I don't know why they took their lives to this day. I don't know, but I'm telling you guys, I would have to say peer pressure, bullying, that definitely seemed like it could have been a cause it could have been part of some of the reasons. Let me just put it out there, okay? The pressures of life. It's rough out here. It's rough. Life is not easy. It was never intended to be easy, to be honest. But like I said, so they talk about the patient, right? And they say a moment of silence. And when you time out, you're not supposed to move anyway. When I tell you this entity was moving its ass all around, and I wanted to break scrub, and I wanted to strangle this damn thing, because that is so disrespectful. Ma'am, sir, sit your ass still. Give this patient that respect. This patient is now an organ donor. This patient, this kid, because this is a kid. This is a kid. This is a teenager who is about to be extubated and about to pass away, and you're sitting here and you can't even just sit still. And it just shows, I'm just like, my mind, like, where, like, who are you? Like, I don't ever, if Lord is my witness, if I ever become numb like that in this field, I need to retire from surgery. I don't ever want to be numb like that. I want to feel these emotions. Now, I don't necessarily mean you have to just show them, but I feel like people in this field, you have to be empathetic. You have to care. You just can't be like, oh, whatever. It's another dead person that's about to donate organs. No. This patient had a life. This patient was somebody's son, somebody's daughter, maybe somebody's mama, somebody's father, cousin, sister, brother. And it bothers me. It bothers me. It really, really does, because that is so crazy. It's so crazy. But again, you know what I did? Because I didn't go home right away. I was talking to Cherry, and I got on the phone with her. I went walking. I know y'all seen some of the shorts. Because I was walking. I walked to clear my mind. Not just to exercise, but I had to clear my mind last night. I had to clear my mind really this morning. Okay? And I walked for over an hour. Like, I already have my 10,000 steps for today. For Thursday, I already have my 10,000 steps, because I walked so much last night on into this morning. Because I got off, because I clocked out around like 11. It was like 11:20, and I started walking probably like 11:40. So technically, it was still, Wednesday night and going into Thursday morning. Thursday midnight makes for the next day. Anyway, I was walking. I was walking to clear my mind, because you got to think about it, y'all. Like, I'm not trying to sound weird or nothing, but we're talking about it's just rough, y'all. I know, I'm telling you, I'm not cracking up. I just don't like that, and I know I don't like. Again, as I tell you guys, you can't stress over the things you can't control. But the amount of disrespect that was given. This is a patient who is about to be extubated, and like I said, these lifelings, you are waiting on this patient to expire, to pass on, so you can retrieve the organs, because they're already clinically brain dead. Like I said, they're intubated. So once you extubate, once you remove that tube, you remove them pretty much from life support. That's when that process starts to happen. And every time that I've experienced that, like I've done so many before my mom passed, before my best friends, committed suicide, before I've really witnessed a whole lot of loss in my life. I've done a lot of these cases, but now it hits even harder after you have experienced these losses. So again, this isn't awareness live stream. This isn't like I'm trying to make you sad. This is awareness. You guys, like I say, it's two things. Like, stop bullying, stop being nasty. You never know what people go through. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, just don't say shit at all. I know I'm on this road. Y'all know I got a little bit, I'm a little, road rage, but it's contained. Okay, ain't no unhinged stuff going on here. I ain't gonna follow nobody and be like, I want your firstborn because you're terrible. No. I'm just a little, I just be a little like extra. But real talk, like honestly, it's important to respect other people because you never know what they're going through. And on top of that, be mindful, show some empathy. Lord knows I can probably work on being, more empathetic and because sometimes I just don't care, and it's because of all the times I've been played and screwed around on and all that. But I do have a caring heart. I love what I do as far as my career. I love saving lives. I love being a part of something that is really meaningful. You got to think about it. That a lot of people will never get to see that or experience that, and some people may not want to experience it. But to be a part of that is a blessing. It's a blessing for me. And I know that this kid, that heart is going to somebody who need it. That's on the organ donor list. That the liver is going to somebody who needs it. The kidneys is going to someone who needs it. Now the pancreas were not good, but they're going to go to research. Again, that's going to potentially help save lives in the future. It's going, if you think about medicine is increasing. Things are increasing because, even like HIV and things and whatever, people are not dying from these things anymore because medicine has increased. So you can do a lot more when you do the research. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing. At the end of the day, all I want to just put out there is just stop being so self-centered. Like that person, that was unnecessary. And you know what? To be honest, if somebody's watching from the hospital or not, I don't think it's gonna change. Lord knows, I just recently have gotten here. It hasn't been quite 3 months yet, I don't think. But I don't think it's gonna change. I think it's gonna keep. I think that person, or maybe those people who are like that, are probably gonna keep being like that. But you know what I'm gonna keep doing? I'm gonna keep praying. I'm going to pray, and I'm going to try to bind those negative spirits out of them, because I'm telling you, that's a negative spirit, that's an evil spirit, and that is unnecessary. Nobody should ever be that way, especially in this field. I'm not trying to say a construction worker shouldn't be this way, or couldn't be that, or somebody who works in the Food and Drug Administration and stuff. But all I'm saying is, if you are in surgery, okay, and you literally are in surgery, and you are doing anything within this field and stuff, like you have to care. You can't just can't carry on in life and be like, I don't care. You have to care. That would be a disgrace. That would be a disgrace if you don't care. That's horrible. Okay, let me get to the comments. Hey, Nancy, because we in stop and go traffic, and I can see. Jurassic World, I do remember you. Hello. Oh, Nancy, thank you so much for speaking, everybody. Nancy, thank you so much for all that you do. God bless you. I appreciate you. I'm back. Okay, thank you for listening, Tammy. Jurassic. I'm doing well, Pretty Girl Rain. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. I am. I hope you're doing well as well. Thank y'all so much for the thumbs up. Thank y'all so very much. Oh, it's just unnecessary traffic. I don't know what is going on. Well, obviously it's a collision, but it's just what it is. You have no control over it, right? But yeah, that's what like that's why I said, people, because this person just didn't care and doesn't care. And literally verbatim, this person has said this several times. Not necessarily last night, but this person has said this a few times since I've been there. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And it's like, well, why are you here? Oh, because you get good money. Because you get 4-5 G's probably every 2 weeks or something like that. That's why you're here. Because you're making well over $10,000 in a month, and you're like, okay, well, hell, I'm making 6 figures in a year. I'm not going to get this job, but even though I can't stand it, even though I don't apply myself, that's the problem. You care about the money and you don't care about nothing else, and that is absolutely the problem. It's absolutely the problem. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend that I don't know what it is. That's what it is. You don't care. You don't care. Sad to say, but that's the truth. Meanwhile, I care, and because I care, and I'm going to be honest, and people have told me this, even my preceptors have told me this, because I care so much, I'm going to be like that sitting duck. They're going to use me. They're going to utilize me more than they'll utilize somebody who don't care. Because you got to think about it. If that person really don't care, that person could potentially cause harm, or it could be a signal event or something go wrong in a room if they don't care. The person who cares a lot, right? Think about it. They're going to be like, oh hell yeah, put him in there, put her in there, because they care. They're going to do their very best to make sure everything is going great with that case. They're going to make sure everything goes great with that case. And we are. I'm telling you, I am very meticulous. I like to make sure of things. It's just sad, and it's other people who are excellent here and a lot across the country. It's excellent people out there in this field, but it's sad. I feel like if there's one person that's not excellent, one person that doesn't really care, that's just one too many in my book. And unfortunately, it's a lot of people out there that just don't care. They've given up. Maybe they didn't start this field like that, but they've given up. And oh my gosh, people, why are some people like that? Especially when you talk about the situation at hand. Somebody is donating their organs, and you're not giving this experience the respect that it deserves. Not just deserves, I feel like it's a requirement. Be still. It's a different world. I don't know. It's a different world. It's interesting. Very interesting. I don't know the solutions. I know what I have to do is I have to just try my best to keep being positive, keep being proactive, keep caring. Okay, and not become numb to any of this. And like I said, and God is my witness. Lord forbid, if I ever do become that way, I will get out of this field. I care a whole lot, and I know I do, and I know that, like I said, unfortunately, that makes caring as much as I do and how I care and stuff, it does make sometimes the job a little difficult, because you're gonna be that person that charge can always depend on. And I've been told this many times. Oh, well, Terrence, I'm gonna put you in there because I don't want to put so and so in there. They don't do a good job, and you do such a good job, but they're not good. They're not this. They're not this. I don't want to hear that mess, because if they're not this, they're not that. It's always somebody better. I get that, right? But you're telling me that that they just suck. They're doctors don't like them. They're not dependable. They always calling They always calling off work. They don't apply themselves. Well, why do you guys have them here? Why are you allowing them to be here? I still don't know that answer. I don't know that answer. Why are they allowed to be here? They're a distraction. They're in the way. It's a problem. But again, I can't control that. Let me tell you also what happened too. And I'm telling you, the doctor himself cracked up at my ass last night. So the charge comes to me and says, hey, have you seen so-and-so? Like, have you seen the nurse? I'm not gonna call their names. Have you seen the nurse? Have you seen the tech? And I simply said both times. I'm talking about twice came to me. Both times I said no. I said, I'm not their keeper. I am not their keeper. I'm not their keeper. I'm not over these people. These people are grown. Growner than my ass. I'm 38. Hell, they older than me. Been doing this longer than me. I've been doing it for 19. Hell, both of these people been doing it for almost 30. 30 years. Why they in here? I don't know. Stop asking me. That doctor started laughing. I'm talking about, like, you know how you get that damn, that jolly laugh in the pit of your stomach? That doctor was laughing. That same doctor at the end of that case, because I started this I started that lifelink from the very beginning, and I ended, like, I was from the start to the finish. I was in that room. So there was a 6-hour case for me. It was 6 hours, and I was in there from start to finish, like not taking a break or anything like that. And that doctor shook my hand so firm. When he took the last kidney, he shook my hand so firm. He said, "Thank you so much." And let me tell you, I was telling you, I said, "Che, you know what he said?" He said, "Thank you so much, young man." I was like, I'm telling you, it's been in my heart. I said, "You're welcome." You're welcome. And I'm like, it's my pleasure. I love doing this. But what I do not love, and I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat this, I do not love, I do not respect, I despise people who behave that way. During any case, but especially a case like that. I don't like that. That's horrible. What if there was your loved one on the table? You would want that whole team in that room to sit still, to be still, and respect that. Give that moment of silence. Pay your respects to this. I don't care. We don't have to know these people. Pay your respects. It's just as if a funeral or something. I'm going to turn down my music. I don't care if it's Tamla Man playing. I'm going to turn down my music. I can have, maybe a little Wayne playing on a Sunday or whatever. I'm driving past the church. I'm going to turn it down. That's just something that my mom and my dad has always instilled in me. Respect your elders. Respect people. Care. It goes a long way. Care. Watch what happens when you care. When the world starts to care more, it goes a long way, y'all. Care about others. But yeah, that's how the week has gone thus far. But it may sound like it's just been horrible, but it's been a blessing. Because like I said, that handshake and knowing that right now, God is my witness. And probably already has happened. Somebody received a heart. Somebody received a kidney. Well, let me just say this. 2 people received a kidney. 1 person received a heart. I tell you, those organs were beautiful. They were gorgeous. They were beautiful organs. And that's a blessing when, somebody got that phone call. I don't know why it makes me emotional right now. I'm telling you, somebody got that phone call saying, okay, we got a match, we got a kidney, we got a heart, we got a liver. Oh, thank you, Jesus. And this is ultimately why I do this. God, I just thank God. I thank God. I thank God through it all. Because without God, I couldn't do this. I couldn't stomach it. I couldn't deal with it. But God gets me through all of this. He has control over my hands. He has control over my mind, my body, my spirit. He has control. And I don't just say that to get no damn likes. I'm telling you, this is the truth. Because not everybody can do this. God has made it to where it's somebody out there for it's something for everyone, right? And I really believe that. Like, I can listen to my sister Nancy, and I can go into one of her lives, and I can just listen to this woman speak about God. And when I tell you that is her calling, she does it beautifully. It melts my heart. I'm telling you, it's such a it's enrichful, it's enlightening, it's so encouraging. Nancy, I don't know if you see it here or not. I know I'm not really reading the comments. I'm driving, you know that. But hey Cherry and I talk about you so much. We adore you, we love you, we appreciate you. You've gone through so much, and you share certain testimonies, and you're just it's just such a blessing. Pretty Girl Rain, you always come in, and you're always so kind, not just to me, and not just to yourself, but to others around you. Do you realize people can say all day long, "Oh, Terrence, you really are saving lives. Y'all saving lives." Do you realize that? Y'all are saving lives. The kindness, the positivity, it's unwavering. It's unimaginable. It is priceless. There's no price on that. You guys freaking rock. Y'all are really awesome. Butterflies, I mean, that's such a beautiful thing, right? But you guys are above that. You're bigger than that. If we can all just be kind and positive to one another. Like I said, sometimes you just, you look at people, you're like, okay, you're an idiot, you're crazy. But we don't have to speak on it. We just have to look. Just, what I do? Y'all see some of my videos. I just be looking around. I let my face expressions just speak for itself. I'm not about to engage all this negativity. I'm not about to be. I don't want to be a part of that nonsense. I don't want to be a part of it. But yeah, that's what's been going on, and you know what? It's a part of life. Unfortunately, honestly, it really is a part of life. Some people just don't care about others, and some people are given a blessed opportunity to be a part of something, and they don't even respect that. But again, I can't go crazy because they're not respecting that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't lose my mind. I won't lose my mind. I'm just gonna let go and let God. God is gonna take care of everything. thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I didn't want to bring anybody's spirit down. Hopefully, what I want to do is I want to bring awareness to all of these things. You know, because it all kind of it all like goes hand in hand. Like, take time for people. I'm not trying to say you ain't got to sit up here and empty your bank account and stuff for somebody. You ain't got to do that. Because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people on here scamming the hell out of people. Okay, don't think that I'm not. Don't think that I'm not aware of this mess. I'm aware of a lot. But be respectful. Be respectful. I just did like a crazy smile at the car that's passing, because you're speeding like you're losing your damn mind. I don't understand that. That's so stupid. So I'm just gonna do a little, like, you're crazy, crazy people. But thank y'all so much for being in here. I really do appreciate it. Crazy when the 18-wheelers are driving. I mean, he ain't even speeding though. These people doing like 50. I'm confused. How do you go from doing 100 to 50 when the speed limit is 70? Now, why you want to do 59? I mean, that literally makes no sense. I just can't make this up. This is weird. Now you're taking a little curve. Where's Shatara at? She need to show these people how to take the curve. Shatara don't break when she going around the curve. She just go. Y'all know Shatara is one of my best friends. Shatara. Oh yeah, he's breaking a whole lot. Break Central, baby. Might even get back over 18 really, because you breaking too much now. that suction cup for the window was working, but then I put that thing on, that thing to fall, and this phone will go a tumbling. So I had my touchscreen thing that kind of hit the dash, like the dash. I don't know how you say it, but the monitor thing, it goes up in this car, and so I just placed my phone. I laid my phone against it, and this is how I'm able to do what I'm doing. I'm drinking on some Minute Maid zero sugar mango what is it? Mango punch, passion mango. Thank you all for being in here. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for coming in. If I haven't spoken to you, I'm sorry. Wait, is that Jimmy? Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Hannah. Thank you so much, Tracy. I appreciate the gifts. Thank you. I'm sorry, y'all. I just can't. I gotta focus on the highway, so gotta focus on the road. Or I'm gonna have somebody cursing me out. Like get over. It was this big Enterprise box truck, and there was a car to the right. When there's a car to the right, they say, or police or something like that. They say merge over. But that's when you have the chance, the opportunity to. If you don't have the chance, you have to, slow down and be mindful when you're passing the person on the far right-hand side. This damn Enterprise box truck he ain't turned light on nothing. He just got over. I blew my horn and I was like moving my hand like that and stuff. And then it was like, Terrence, calm down. Don't do that. So, because I don't like no nonsense. I don't like that. You're gonna cause me to have an accident, and that can cause somebody else to have an accident, and it's like, and then he started going real slow, but I had something for him. I slowed all the way down. I got back in the lane. He refused to pretty much like come in front of me because I'm pretty sure he knew what I was gonna do. And but I was so like he had got over in the other lane, but I was still in the far right-hand lane going slow. Ended up getting behind him, and I got the number. I sure did. I got the number. Now, I also know I have a camera in here too, so I can take pictures with that and stuff, whatever. And I shout out to Keisha Berger McGregor who got me that. I'll show y'all, but I want to make sure these 18-wheelers are crazy driving, y'all know, and I was ugh, I got some history of those things, so I gotta make sure. I'm about to get over now because this car. Okay, now I'm in the far left lane.
GPS signal lost. Continue on I-75.
Why the Porsche get behind me like saying, oh, I guess I'm out speeding some of these cars. But I'm only doing 75. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why these cars start going slow. Like New York in front of me. Come on, New York. Come on, come on. Somebody granddaddy. Why they got this signal on, but like, see, that's what I'm saying. Some people just don't. I mean, I must say, I don't know why these cars. I mean, I know the older cars, but he get a newer car. Like it should tell you that your signal. That is you not paying attention, because the car will tell you if your signal is still on. It lets you. It'll tell you if you keep your signal light on, because that's you misleading people. Now I know some of the older cars don't do that, but some of the newer ones, like the 2020s and all that stuff too. I got a 2021, so it lets me know what is going on. I'm busting over 80 right now, just to kind of get a pit from all these 18-wheelers. How old was I when I made my first video? So I started 2019. So how many years? That's 5 years. So I was probably my first video on YouTube. I was 33. 32, 33 years old. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I was in my 30s when I first started YouTube. I mean, I'm in my 30s still. I'm 38 now. But yeah, that's to me, yeah, that's the truth. Yeah. I was 30, 33.
GPS signal lost.
Hey, Developing Mind, how you doing? Hello. Thanks for coming in. How's your beautiful daughter, and how are you? Hope and pray you're doing well. Oh, it's sunny out here, but that's cool. I'm gonna get to the destination. I'm gonna hit the tennis courts because I got to get some tennis in. It's been raining, and I'm like, I'm just so happy in the forecast tomorrow. It's supposed to be very clear. I'm grateful for that. The forecast does have some rain in the later evening, but that's the later evening. We ain't gonna worry about that. We're gonna worry about the early afternoon. So we are good. How are you? I'm so blessed. I really am. I don't know if you know it or not. I think last time, like, maybe I was like on your channel, or like, but it was like a while back and stuff. Maybe I was in Iowa, but now I've kind of moved to Fort Myers. I actually got a condo now, and like, I didn't have to get that, but I said, okay, well, it's cheaper than these extended stays and these Airbnbs. It's so much cheaper. Like, I pay around $2,700 a month, but when I'm in those hotels, like, I can do like, it could be like $4,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, easily. So I'm saving money. People are like, that's too much money. I'm like, well, come your ass to Florida and see how much money it is then. Hell, it costs a lot just to, what the woman said. What the woman said to Straw. She says people don't realize how expensive it is to be poor. I said that was so true. Man, that was true. Tyler Perry did that one. I don't know how that man came up with that line, but I ain't never heard nothing like that. And I said, because you know how you be wanting to express yourself, but that's exactly what, that's the truth. It's expensive to live poor. It's expensive to live poor. That is just, I mean, it was like when that woman said it, I said, I resonated with it. I said, I felt it in my spirit. I felt that in my spirit. Everybody got these boats out. Okay. Grandma, you need to get your damn, ooh, these people, they driving. Why is she so close to me in this Impala? Lord have mercy. Like, you can't see this bright damn red truck. Yep, right, true. I know, right? It is so true. You laughing? I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. I tell you, I appreciate all y'all. I appreciate all y'all coming in. You know, Tammy, Tracy, you Jurassic World, thank you so much. God bless all of y'all. Pretty Girl Rain, the Wayno 876 Gaming, Nancy, Hannah. I'm sorry. Like, if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to actually replay this live myself and look at these comments because I'm sorry because when I'm driving I never really get a chance to read comments like I want to. But we did have some bumper to bumper traffic back there, and that kind of like allowed me to look at a few comments. But thank y'all for double tapping that screen. Y'all know the goal is always one thumbs up and one person in my live stream. When Lord let me live to see the day that I hit 1 million, I'm gonna have that same mindset, that same goal. One person in my live and one thumbs up. That's honestly because you're making a difference in somebody's life. It kind of sucks when there's nobody in, but when it's one person at least, that's a blessing. Okay? I can't complain about that. Thank you, Jesus. And then that one person says, okay, well, we like him enough to give a thumbs up. Well, amen. Thank you even more. I really do appreciate y'all. I really do. How long have I been live? Okay, yeah, so I'm going to end it. I'm going to end this live stream. I appreciate y'all. You said, friend and brother from another. Oh, God bless you, Developing Mind. Thank you so much. God bless your entire family. God bless you all. I appreciate y'all. Again, Tracy, thank you so much for the gifts. I see those gifts. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. Thank y'all for being in here. Look, I'm telling y'all. Oh no, I'm going into the weekend, especially. I'm gonna be going live. We're gonna be getting some walks in. I told myself I plan on losing. I want to lose 3 pounds this weekend. So we're gonna exercise. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna sweat. We're definitely gonna sweat. That is for sure. We're gonna sweat. I even have some things that I'm like I have my hamper because I said I might even be washing the clothes. But then again, I also might be buying some. I don't know because I want to look at the uniform center. Okay, I'm going to Tampa. Okay, it was like Tampa's like, where you headed? I'm going to Tampa, but I want to look at the uniform there. I gotta buy some new uniforms. Love me, Tracy Anderson. Thank you so much for coming in. Love me, Tracy Anderson, Tracy D. Anderson and family, and Trey Love 60 are all Tracy Anderson's channels, and I appreciate her so much. She's not only a channel member, she's a friend, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Tracy. Thank ya. Thank ya. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up too. Thank y'all so much. I said I'm gonna end it, but I'm like I gotta touch the phone. I'm like trying to not touch the phone, but see my hands are here. My hands are here. But God bless y'all. I appreciate you. Said, how long are you gonna be streaming? Oh well, I'm gonna end it in a little bit. But I'm gonna be back streaming. I'm gonna be doing some walking streams. I'm pretty sure I'll be back live today because we're only at 12:01 p.m. We just made it into the noonday, to the noon, into the afternoon. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank y'all so much. God bless you all. Okay, love and appreciate you. Bye.